Hello everybody and welcome up into the kitchen for today's Friday kind of sort of random video. Now, the universe is a fascinating place, and while all these peanut tastings have been going on out in the world of YouTube there, apparently Shocks picked up some peanuts, 3 pepper peanuts, so she was kind of excited, thought those might be nice and spicy. Turns out they're absolute poo. So what we're going to do is we are going to improve them in a typical JT Bear fashion. We're up in the kitchen today. We're going to make some basically honey roasted, sweet, salty, spicy, sort of better peanuts than what came home from the store. Stick around if this is the kind of thing that interests you, and we will get started. Looks pretty simple. So the recipe I found came from Food Wishes, and I strongly recommend watching that video. And then I'm, of course, modifying it a little bit, as I tend to do. I've got some Yellow Ghost from some dried peppers that was sent to me by Lloyd ages ago. I've been dying to use those up. And here we have Shocks in the background. This may be the waft of powdered peppers finally making it into the office area. So yeah, 3 pepper barbecue peanuts. I see peppers, I don't really taste them. I didn't even taste barbecue in there. I was very, very disappointed. So anyway, 1/4 cup of butter or margarine, same amount of honey. We have a nice local honey here. I was trying to avoid the ding. I even found myself a rubber spatula. Anyway, we have some nice local honey here. Good top quality stuff. Gonna mix it all up. Gonna bake it. In theory, this should be really simple, you know, but I've been known to screw up simple stuff before. On the upside, I actually have the toaster oven preheating for a change, so let's get started. Need this to melt, and we can mix in the honey. So while that butter and honey combo is melting together and getting good to go, I'm just gonna put on some fire salt here. Fire salts, hot pepper salts. Dave, if you watch this, this is definitely a game I think you should get into with your palate. You would definitely rock out the fire salt thing. I got the Yellow Ghost powder, like I said, here. When I measured it earlier, it came out to about a teaspoon. So we're just going to say about a teaspoon. But no, it doesn't want to open with just one hand. Like so many things in this YouTubing adventure. Alright, so there goes the Yellow Ghost. I'm glad those seem to grow around here, because I want more. So that's going to be an annoying sound. We'll shake that up off camera. Alright, and because I want these nuts to be just fiery hot and I have no self-control, I added another teaspoon worth of our 2017 pepper blend. So basically a blend of everything we grew in 2017. It's got a pretty decent flavor profile, packs a fair heat to it. So again, I need to mix this up. We're almost ready to go here. Stir, stir, stir. Want to make it nice and saucy so we get a real good glaze on them nuts before we toss them into the toaster oven. Did I mention that's at 350? Toaster oven at 350? So now that our honey and butter mixture is nicely oozy and all melted together, just got to pour that onto these here spicy, salty nuts. Get that all mixed around. And I have pre-greased my stoneware cooking pan. So we're basically good to go here. Alright, I've stirred these up. These nuts are thoroughly spiced up, thoroughly sweetened, thoroughly salty, but we're going to throw some more fire and some salt on there anyway. And we're just going to dump them. That's a bad angle. My bad, my bad. Just going to dump them out here so we can cook them off at 350. Apparently they need 10 minutes. And then we're going to follow that up with another 6 minutes or so. They're starting to stick together. I waited just that minute too long. Alright. Kind of looks like maybe I should have gone with slightly less than 2 cups for the nuts for this particular stoneware, but whatever. And then again, we're going to hit this up with the fire salts. Shocks found 2 grinders and a great deal. We've been loving these things ever since. And into the toaster oven. Alright, so now we're just going to sit back and let them get all nice and toasty warm, and we'll check back on them nuts in about 10 minutes or so. Alright, so the timer's just gone. We're at approximately the 10-minute mark. That's what we're looking at so far. We've got a slow slide going on. So now we're just going to stir these around a little bit more. We can see an awful lot of pepper, spice, and residue sitting in the bottom there. But it is starting to thicken up as it cooks. I know from the candy making experiences that sugar is going to burn at like 350. It says 350 on the recipe, so I'm a little nervous. But basically, we're just going to cook this down until there's no residue left. And it's all well glazed. I'm shooting for a little bit more fire salt in this though. So, again, we'll hit the grinder. Make sure everything's good and spicy, good and salty, well mixed up, well coated. Nice glossy glazed nuts. Back in for another 6 minutes, I guess. So another 6 minutes have gone by and we can see there's some changes to the chemistry going on here now. It's definitely getting a little bit thicker. Definitely smell the heat of these nuts now. These are some spicy, salty nuts. I don't know how much longer I'm going to leave them in the oven. I'm thinking I'm going to give them another 6 minutes. From there on, we're going to let them cool. See what they do with that. Yeah. You can definitely smell those peppers, but you can smell the peanuts, and it smells really good in a chili head sort of way. Alright, back in the toaster oven, 6 more minutes. Alright, so here we are. These have had about 22 minutes of baking at 350 degrees in our little toaster oven here. And it's definitely looking different than when we started. So at this point, I'm going to let this cool for a while, let them nuts rest, get themselves all settled down, and we shall find out what's going on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stir these first. Toss the nuts around one last time. Shocks, control yourself. You see what I have to deal with? You see what I do? Oh yeah, see, stirring them nuts was exactly what they needed. That looks like a much healthier coated nut there, I tell you what. Okay, so we're going to let these cool for a while, let Shocks get herself back together, and check back on them. I don't know, let's give it an hour, because I want these to really cool down, and these nuts are going to keep a lot of that heat. So, yeah. Plus, it's in stoneware, so, yeah. We'll check back on these in about an hour. So, my impatience being what it is, it's only half an hour later. I have transferred my nuts out of the stoneware, and I think I might have been, well, a little heavy-handed with the margarine, because this has got a little bit of a residue in there, and these nuts are a little on the greasy side. So, yeah, maybe next time I'll use less of that, or I'll try actual butter, see if it makes a difference. But all in all, I'd have to say these sweet, spicy, salty, sticky nuts are actually really good, because, of course, I have tried a couple, and I have a delightful little glaze going on. So, maybe not. Will you be joining us today, and do you want your tiara?
Oh, I'll taste your nuts. I'll taste your nuts.
All right, well, you get to stick my nice warm nuts in your mouth. Here we are, decoratively displaying things and at our most mature. But yes, as you can see, 2 cups of nuts worked out fairly well. They've got a nice glaze to them. I have a nice glaze to myself already, as you can see in the camera. Look at that.
I was already sneezing over these
first
while you were making them.
Yeah, I think we caught some of that on video. So, the real question is, do we have what it takes to put JT's nuts in the mouth? So,
oh, they're very sticky.
They should be.
They're warm.
Yeah, they are still a little bit warm because of that impatience factor. And it's really good. I would totally buy these at a carnival.
Oh man.
Significantly better than the nuts that I started with. So I managed to improve my nuts as the day went along, so that's good. But
they're hot nuts.
They are. The fire salt was good. The Ghost was a good choice.
Your nuts are a little greasy.
They are.
I wonder if we let them dry on a paper towel.
Maybe. I'm thinking reduce the margarine, but here we go. A nice shot of my nuts for the camera. Enjoy them nuts, people. All joking aside,
really quite an easy thing to do. So just avoid the buying poo nuts in the first place. Get yourself some basic nuts and give it a try with whatever your pepper preference is. Rob, I'm thinking maybe ahi lemon drop. Rev, I'm thinking chicken, perhaps. I don't know. Everything goes with chicken, right? Does Rev even eat peanuts? He doesn't eat anything but chicken. Anyway, very good, very easy. 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of margarine. I went with 2 teaspoons of pepper powder and several grindings worth of fire salt. And yeah, it's a good glaze. They're addictive. We're both sitting here nibbling away at them. So rude, but you know, what do you get with kitchen videos?
They're spicy.
They are spicy, but they are delightful.
But in a torturous way that makes you go back for more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. These are mixed in with some sweetened nuts, so you get the sweet and the fire.
Like a roulette thing.
Oh yeah.
And candy, okay.
Spin the wheel of what nut is in my mouth.
Alright. Well, sort of a different kind of video, but that's what Fridays seem to be about these days. It's really good. I'm really enjoying the pore cleansing detox facially. Oh yeah. And on that note, I'm out of here.